Minecraft 1.14 is just around the corner, with one of the last major snapshots being released just a few days ago. And while that means we may not be seeing any more new features being added, that doesn't mean there's no room for suggestion. Last week, I asked my community what biomes they would like to see added to Minecraft. That being said, my name is System Z, and here are 5 suggestions for new biomes in Minecraft. If you want to support my YouTube channel and help me make videos in the future, consider becoming a member, where you'll gain access to my Minecraft and Discord servers, as well as have a chance to help me with new videos through exclusive member-only community posts. Click the join button for more information or check the description below. Alternatively, you can subscribe to the channel and check the notification bell for alerts whenever I upload or live stream. Alright everybody, look at all of these amazing suggestions for biomes that we've got. We've got 5 full suggestions. These are all biomes I would like to see in the game, and some of them are suggested by you guys, the sponsors, as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go through them. Let's start with the Cherry Blossom biome. This was suggested by a lot of people, and I was already going to include it in the video, but still thank you for your suggestions. They helped kind of build the idea here. Now obviously a lot of people would like to see a cherry blossom biome in the game, including myself. I think this would be a very spectacular find in the world of Minecraft and would be probably about as rare as jungles. Now, as far as where they would be found, I'd like to see them kind of mixed in between a plains biome, a forest biome, and a roofed forest biome. And the reason why is because it seems like it has sort of a forest plains adaptation feel to it, where it's going to be a very smooth but still kind of rolling plains sort of landscape that kind of features this, you know, very vibrant green mixed in with this lighter green here. Now, this is obviously just concrete powder, but I think that blends in very nicely. And of course, the coarse dirt, which again, shout out to the dirt slabs and stairs. We need these in the game. Make sure to leave a comment if you agree. I'd love to see those. But we've also got a couple of other new blocks. Now, what we've got here are cherry blossom trees, and this is a cherry blossom sapling, as you can see here. In fact, I've got a little bit more of an example here in one of these barrels. There we go. So we've got cherry blossom leaves coming from the cherry oak saplings and cherry oak wood. Now, I've got to say, this is an absolutely beautiful building resource that I created a very, very long time ago. This is an original texture that I created at least 3 years ago for my very first resource pack, and I'm still in love with this. It could be used for so many things, and honestly would go so well with the textures that we've already got. So essentially what these trees would look like, and you've obviously already seen them in the background, is just like this. Very subtle, very expansive, kind of deciduous tree style with lanterns going across. Now, this isn't obviously going to be something that would be in the game, but I would love to see it. And of course, we've got the lantern chains extended down. If you haven't already seen my 8 suggestions for features in Minecraft, I really recommend you check it out. There's going to be an iCard in the corner for that, but it features different suggestions of stuff like this that I'd like to see. But I think it really complements this type of biome. I think it goes very well. And I would also like to see turtle eggs that spawn in trees, but maybe actually bird eggs. Imagine birds. Things like this would really provide a lot of atmosphere. This would be so cool. But we've got a lot of other biomes to show, so why don't we go ahead and stop talking about this one. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Next up, we've got something a little bit more simple, and I also got a lot of suggestions from the community for this biome as well, but again, it's something I would personally like to see, and that is tropical islands, or at least rejuvenated beaches. I would think it would be so cool to see palm trees in the game, and obviously Mojang has already talked about adding palm trees, but I don't necessarily think they would look something like this, but I think this would be wonderful. Now, I don't imagine the green color would look about this green. I think the grass and leaves would probably be a little bit more on the yellowish side with this, kind of like what you might find in a desert already, or something like, you know, in the middle of an ocean. Not quite this vibrant, but essentially all we've got here are palm trees and a very nice subtle sandscape that essentially features the slabs and stairs to create a nice rolling beach. And I would love to see this, honestly. Finding these in the middle of the ocean would be absolutely amazing and very atmospheric, and a new biome to build in entirely. I could see a completely new set of architecture styles being created around this, and we've already got the stripped logs that I think would go perfect for this. This very much feels like palm tree material. And imagine coconuts. That would be very cool. I don't know what they would do yet, but That could be awesome. Now, this is a very simple biome, so we're going to go ahead and skip this one. But that is it for design number 2. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now, this one is absolutely amazing. It's possibly my favorite biome in this video, and it was also suggested again by a lot of the community. But this is something near and dear to my heart. It's something I've always wanted to create, and I finally managed to do so in a way that I'm very happy with. And as a side note, if you were impressed with these trees, I really recommend you stick around to the end of the video, where I'm going to show you an amazing build featuring a really cool tree. But anyways, let's go ahead and check this out. Now, everything here, well, close to everything, is 100% a custom texture. I've got podzol that's been retextured to this very bright grass, something you might find in, sort of a desert. Now, it actually looks a lot like path blocks, as you could see. I feel like in a fall biome, obviously you might find grass that's kind of dying. So it might be a little bit more or less green than the other biomes may have. And where these would spawn, I feel like they would be probably pretty rare, but not ultimately too rare. Probably similar to that of Rude Forest. And honestly, the reason I think we need seasons is because we've already got cold, snowy biomes. And it feels like it just kind of divides. There's not really much in between. And this would be a very cool way to kind of let the travelers know they're getting into colder territory. And they would feature these beautiful deciduous trees with obviously orange, red, and yellow leaves. I honestly love this texture so much. I'm considering releasing it. Maybe if this video gets like, I don't know, 1,000 likes or something, we'll do that. So go ahead and leave a thumbs up if you want this resource pack. I love it so much. It kind of looks like Fruity Pebbles a little bit, but that's just me. Anyways, yeah, so we've got this beautiful biome here to walk through. Very similar to the cherry biome, obviously, but a little bit different, clearly. And I would also love to see ruins. This is something we do not have in the game yet. Well, we do, but not for player-built things or villages. We've got a lot of ruins in the ocean, but not much in the overland. And I feel like this would be so cool to see, so cool to stumble upon. A village that's been torn apart or just really decayed. Cobwebs everywhere, some hidden loot all over the place. Even, chopped down trees with axes in them. Now, this is obviously an armor stand. This is so atmospheric. I would love to be able to come across something like this. It really would promote exploration, which I know is something they're wanting to do. This is a biome that, if any in this video, should be in the game. I would love to see this. All of the building resources here would really, really mix up the color palette a lot in the game, and I would love to see this so much. And not to mention, we've got foxes, and they would fit perfectly in a fall biome. Could you imagine walking through a biome like this and having leaves fall down? That would be so awesome. So atmospheric. And of course, some wheat as well. I feel like this would be probably, a land where villages might be, but less common. I don't think this is any special biome as far as rarity goes, but it's definitely something I would, enjoy stumbling upon. But anyways, I keep rambling. This is it for this biome. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Next up, we have Arctic taiga biomes. And this one is a bit of a stretch, but I do feel like this would be cool as well. Playing along with the different seasons and different temperature in the game, I feel like it would be cool to have an even colder land. As of right now, we've got taiga biomes, we've got ice spike biomes that really don't feature much green, but we don't really have an in-between biome where we still have trees, but, trees that are well on their way to have their leaves fall off, or even just frozen. We also don't really have any biomes that actually make use of the stacking ability with the snow layers. I think it would be really cool to come across an Arctic taiga biome. Really rare and kind of hidden beside the ice spike biomes. I think it would be a good way to dress up the ice spike biomes by putting these around them. It would be a great way to, kind of divide up the land and make it very clearly a cold biome. And we've got a lot of in-game textures that already work for this. We could just get, whiter kind of blue frozen leaves that would work well with the trees. I also think it would be cool to see trees that actually use fence posts. Now, I know that would be kind of bad for any player trying to get wood from these trees, but maybe, an actual thin log could be created. That would be cool for decoration and perhaps could be kind of similar to the size of campfire logs here and maybe even used to craft them. I think that would be super cool, and obviously maybe you could get that size of log from a normal log, but that's obviously making things a little bit more complicated. This is still something I would love to see regardless. I think thinner trees would be great and kind of expand the overall world, because as of right now, all trees kind of have the same thickness, if not thicker. Jungle trees and the gigantic redwood trees are obviously a lot bigger, so to see something smaller would be very cool. Now, these lands, I would imagine, would be very, very rocky, as you can see here, and covered in snow. I think it would also be cool to stumble across little coves of these snowy villagers, which we do already have in the game. You know, maybe they live in igloos, and I know that we do have a village that is based on that, but it doesn't look anything like this, and it's not really as good. But obviously they're keeping warm by the fire, with Arctic foxes spawning in the area as well. Obviously they spawn in cold biomes. I think they're absolutely adorable, and personally my favorite fox. But this would be so cool. Another atmospheric touch to the game. Honestly, if we had biomes like this, I would explore the game a lot more often. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Last but certainly not least, this is a biome everybody suggested that I do: volcanic biomes. These biomes would be incredibly rare and only found essentially on the rarity of mushroom biomes, probably in tropical regions. They would feature a very ominous material set here. As you can see, we've got completely new textures here. We've got basalt, I don't really know how to say it. Obviously this dead oak tree, I would love this so much, and a lot more to come. This is a really cool idea that I would absolutely love to see in the game. Now, just to kind of give a tour of the land, you can see we've got these very simple lava rivers going through that are steaming with these particles. I would love to see more particles, by the way. Imagine a ring of fog around the volcano. That would be so atmospheric and so cool. But obviously a little lag inducive. But it would be very cool if, you know, these types of lands were a little too hot unless you went in there with fire protection armor. Otherwise, they might hurt you, like Ocarina of Time. You know, you need the fire tunic to go into the hotter areas. So this would be very cool to kind of be punished for exploring a little too far when you're not prepared. This might add a sense of, you know, leveling up in the game to be able to do more things. But this would be a very, very good biome for promoting adventuring. You also find this dead oak tree. Now, these resources are incredibly beautiful. I would love to see this material. I don't know what I would personally use it for, but I could see a lot of people using this. This would change up the game of building, no doubt. And these textures would as well, which, by the way, I made these and I'm super proud of it. If you want them, again, let's do that 1,000 likes. I know you guys can do it. But these trees would be burnt from being in this atmosphere for so long, so it definitely makes sense that, you know, we would get a material like this around volcanic biomes. Now, the really cool part about this entire idea is something that you might find when exploring the central volcanoes in each of the biome. Imagine being able to find volcanic ore. Now, in real life, you can find a lot of different ore in volcanoes. You can find bauxite, which is an extension of aluminum, essentially, obsidian, gold ingots, and diamond. Imagine being able to find volcanic ore deep into the well of the volcano, using a surface like a blast furnace to place the volcanic ore on top of, and a hammer to smash at it after kind of cooking it or something like that, and getting a random item out of this set of items. Obsidian, aluminum, gold, or even diamonds. That would be super cool. You can also get things like nickel in the game and other basic materials, but I don't really see that we would need those in the game. Aluminum's already a bit of a stretch, but I would still like to see more ore in the game. It would be super cool, and they could all be based on rarity. Of course, obsidian being normal, aluminum being a little rare, gold being really rare, and diamond being very, very uncommon, super, super rare. That would be a great way to promote exploration in the game, and not to mention, we might even be able to find blaze-type mobs above ground in the, you know, overworld in these biomes. Different fire-based creatures would be super cool. Again, very ominous biome, but very awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Before we finish today's video, I wanted to take a moment to showcase a really cool build from my sponsor-only Minecraft server. A build created by Pixel Dan and Tiny Temper. Welcome to the Big Garden Center. My server features a survival-based economy, where players are able to build their own shops, just like this one. I really like this build because it offers a very open interior and an exterior that really promotes exploration. Not to mention, this beautiful custom tree featured in the back is amazing. Great job, Dan and Louise. For more information on my Minecraft server and other cool features, click the join button or check the description below for a link and consider becoming a member of the channel. That's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more uploads and live streams in the future. Anyways guys, my name has been System Z, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.